I've been basically the last 2 weeks trying something, and I wanted to share my experience with how it's been and how it's going, how I've kind of done it, and the benefits really, like I feel. Now, how I kind of done it, it's very straightforward, like anyone can do it. It's the idea of intermittent fasting. So, if you don't know what that is, it's basically you choose like a specific time frame, like a window where you are allowed to eat or where you eat, and then for the rest of that window, when it shuts, you're not allowed to eat. You can drink some water, that's fine, or have something like just a plain coffee with 0 calories, that's fine. But usually I have a 10-hour window. Sorry, I have an 8-hour window. So I eat from 1 till 9, so 1 p.m. When I start, I can have my first meal of the day, and then 9 p.m. is when I have to stop having food. I decided to do this, like I've done this before, and it was for like fitness reasons. I think, you've heard about all the kind of like toning down, leaning. And I never really stuck by it, to be fair. I just tried it, really couldn't do it. I couldn't be asked, and I just stopped. But now, kind of a couple years later, now I feel like I'm doing it for a completely different reason. I'm not doing it for my physique, aesthetic, nothing like that. Although that's a byproduct, so it's just a benefit to have. It's not my main reason. My main reason is impulse control. Now, impulse control is where basically you're able to resist your urges, you're able to resist what your mind is kind of seeking, the cravings that you have. And for me, if you've been watching maybe a couple of my videos before, I've explained this before, but one of the biggest things for me is food. Like I love food to the point where like I would overeat, I would just indulge, like I would it the kind of craving I have for food, whether that be good food or even like unhealthy fast food, is quite high. Sometimes this is not even that long ago, sometimes I would be so willing, or like I'd crave like a McMuffin, which is like the McDonald's breakfast. I love that, right? In the mornings, and before work, I just grab some of those, and like I would just consistently be like, my diet was terrible, and it's just more so my mindset towards food and how I am when I see food. I just want to have some, or like, do you know what I mean? Like it's basically that was the reason. And then I actually watched a video. I came across a video on YouTube, and someone was talking about like making sure that you can control your urges, because actually, to be honest, oh no, okay, right, it's closed. I didn't even see that. Actually, to be honest, right, do you ever feel that when you have your meal, like let's say like a lunchtime meal at like 2 p.m., 1 p.m., whatever, and it's typically probably a high carb meal, or it has some carbs, you have it, and then all of a sudden you just crash, like you feel tired, that's the main thing, you feel hella tired, you just want to sleep, you just don't want to do anything, you just want to chill, like your productivity just crumbles. And that happens to me a lot, like all the time. And I'm not someone that necessarily needs to have breakfast. I don't normally have breakfast, so I just thought, you know what, let me try intermittent fasting and let me see what I can kind of gain from it. And to be honest, it's been great. Like it's been actually amazing, if I'm being completely honest. Number one, because I feel like in the mornings, I'm not too hungry anyway, but when it hits about, let's say 10, 11 a.m., 11 a.m. definitely, I start feeling a bit of a craving towards some food. And when I'm working so when I have to go into work from the office or whatever, sometimes I just see all these like snacks and all the food and stuff, and I initially I was a bit like, yeah, I really want to get some, but then I just decided not to do it. And the reason why I don't do it is because I thought if I stopped going for like basically the easily accessible kind of food, I can just start focusing on the tasks that I have to do and so on. Like I can just I'm able to focus and honestly like I don't know what it is, but me being in a hungry state or like a semi-hungry state just makes me feel so driven inside. Like I don't even feel like I need the food because it's just kind of it's a weird concept, but it just makes me feel like that is my fuel, the hunger. And then once I get all my tasks, my morning it feels extremely productive. I can reward myself with lunch, with a meal. And I've also started seeing less drops in my productivity. I felt like I have been not needing to crash anymore. I think my body can now handle it. Also, it's scientifically proven that like intermittent fasting helps with hormone regulation, it helps with stress, it helps with I don't know, I mean these are just things that you can read online to be honest, but what I'm feeling is that it definitely so far it's only been 2 weeks, so I'm not gonna be sitting here and just not telling the truth. Like it's just been okay. Like in terms of physiological aspects, I don't know yet. I guess because I haven't done it that long. But in terms of psychological aspects, yeah, 100%. I feel like it's definitely a game changer for me so far. Like I'm in a 16-hour fasted state. I only eat it for eight hours in the day. In the mornings, I feel super productive. The only thing I have is I have a couple glasses of water to kickstart the day, and then I have an americano. Basically, no milk, no sugar, no calories, just straight up caffeine coffee, and that's it. And it also suppresses my appetite as well. And yeah, it feels good. Like genuinely, try it. Like try it and see what you feel. But I don't know. I'm in a good state right now. Like in the sense, I just feel like I can just go out there and do what I want. And if I have a specific to-do list, honestly, if you couple that up with a to-do list or like key objectives for every single morning, pair it with intermittent fasting, damn, you can be unstoppable, trust me. But yeah, I'll do like another update after maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks or something like that, and see how it goes. But so far, like yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think it's good. I feel quite at an optimal state at the moment. But yeah, I'll keep you updated in a bit.